Hi there. Today, let us try to figure out why it is so difficult to really listen to ourselves in this modern world when we are surrounded by so many opinions, advice, and other people's expectations. Maybe you know that feeling of emptiness. Even when everything seems fine, you have school or work, friends, entertainment, but it always feels like something is missing. A lot of us wonder, am I even living my own life, or am I just following someone else's script? If you've ever felt that way, you are not alone. Today we'll dig into the reasons, and explore some ways out. But first, what does it mean to actually listen to yourself? It means being able to tell the difference between your own wants and feelings, and those pushed onto you by others. It means making decisions based on what matters to you, not just following rules or trying to please everybody. The first sign you are not listening to yourself is when you never question your actions. Why am I doing this? Why did I choose this path? How do I feel about all this? We often forget ourselves when all our attention goes into the people around us, their moods, their expectations, their problems. For example, you might be going to university or working at a job just because someone else said you should, or because they asked what you are supposed to do. Or maybe you hang out with people you don't even really like just because it feels like you should. Why does this happen? One reason is the fear of rejection. This is a powerful force, so strong that we often unconsciously change ourselves just to fit in, which makes it easy to lose touch with our real selves. Think back to childhood. Maybe you got teased for being different, or scolded by adults for expressing what you really thought. Many grown-ups are still afraid of this same kind of rejection, but now it comes from bosses, colleagues, friends, or even people online. Another big factor is just modern life and its constant stream of information. We live surrounded by endless notifications, messages, social networks, and news filling our minds non-stop. This doesn't just take up our attention, it drowns out our inner dialogue, so we can ever sit in real silence, even for a few minutes. But it is only in that silence that we can truly hear ourselves, our thoughts, wants, worries, and joys. There is another reason to most of us never learned emotional literacy. No one teaches us how to know the difference between I want to and I have to, between I am interested and I am just following a trend. Shame and fear get mixed up with our true feelings, duty gets confused with peer pressure, interest with the latest social media trend. So we grow up able to list things we should desire: diploma, job, family, a new car or iPhone, vacation somewhere exotic. But are these actually your desires? How much of this is really you? Do you really want these things, or are you just copying somebody else's idea of success? Most people only start questioning this when something falls apart, losing someone close, losing a job, getting sick, or some other crisis. It is only then we start asking real questions. Who am I? What do I really want? What do I want to do, or who do I want to be with? But don't wait for a crisis. The best time to start truly listening to yourself is always now. So how can you actually do this? First, don't be afraid of being alone or of silence. It is hard. I know there are so many distractions, but only in those silent moments can you really hear your true thoughts. Try spending just 10 minutes a day alone. No phone, no music, no small talk, no TV. Just be with yourself. At first, anxious thoughts or mental chaos might come up. That is totally normal. It happens to everyone who tries, for the first time, to simply sit with themselves. With practice, that anxiety shrinks, and real clarity grows. Second, start a journal for your feelings and wants. Every day, write down what honestly made you happy, what upset you, what irritated you, and what inspired you. Don't judge yourself about whether your answers are right. This is just for you. After a week, then a month, look back. You'll start noticing patterns. What brings you joy, what drains you, which things you adopted from others, and which things are really yours. Third, practice separating your true desires from those imposed by others. When you want or need something, ask yourself, why do I want this? What is it going to change for me? Be honest and brave with your answer. If you realize your choice to buy, to move, to make friends, or even to leave is because everybody is doing it, or otherwise people want to get it, or it is fashionable, that is a sign you haven't really heard your own voice yet. It is hard to admit to yourself, I am not living my own way. Don't feel guilty. Just admitting that is already a big step in self-awareness. Fourth, stop apologizing for your own wishes and needs. You are allowed to want anything that is your right, even if others find it weird or out of the norm. Emotions and true wants are like road signs for your life. Practice saying no to things that aren't yours. If you don't want to go somewhere, don't go. If you don't like a conversation, change the topic, or just leave. It is not easy at first, but every honest moment helps you build self-respect, and therefore, self-confidence. Fifth, try new activities. even if you rate unsure it's truly your thing yet. Sometimes, the only way to know yourself is to experiment. The more things you try, the more clearly you notice what rings true and what was just someone else's idea for you. Remember, making mistakes is absolutely normal. The important part is to own them honestly and learn. Your inner voice always gets louder the more you get used to listening. One way to support this confidence is to find like-minded people, friends who respect your journey. Building or joining your own circle of acceptance is a huge source of strength. When you have people around who inspire rather than judge you, it's much easier to grow and listen to yourself. At the same time, even people closest to you might not always get your feelings and wishes, and that's okay. Their experiences and fears, others, not yours. Sometimes, your inner voice speaks up through symptoms: tiredness, irritation, insomnia, boredom. That's not laziness or weakness. Often, it's your inner self quietly begging, please notice me. The moment you begin to listen, new energy, color, and meaning pour into your life. There is no more need to pretend, to wear social masks, or meet someone else's expectations. You build an inner strength, a true backbone that helps you even in hard times. So remember, nobody but you can live your life for you. Only you can discover what will really make you happy and fulfilled. Only you can hear and learn to trust your own authentic wishes. This is a process. Sometimes it is slow and a bit uncomfortable, but always valuable and rewarding. So if you want to change something, start today. Try a moment of silence, write down your feelings, or ask yourself a truly honest question. Sooner or later, you'll hear it, even if it is still a whisper, your truest voice within. Thanks for watching until the end. If this topic resonates with you, leave a like and share. Comment: has anyone taught you to listen to yourself, or has it been difficult for you to find your own inner voice? Subscribe for more. Here, we learn together how to be honest with ourselves, and that's the true art of living. See you in the next video.